Hey, this is Snowblitz.
Six string.
Starlight Ironhoof.
Forest Rain.
And Zeta Prime.
And this is Elements of Harmony. Tonight on the show, we're featuring a very talented musician who focuses on producing simple acoustic tracks that persuasively tug on the heartstrings of anyone listening. A man with a knack for writing lyrics and songs that are powerfully moving without being overpowering. Best known for his recent Big Mac song, I Don't Complain, Luna Jax is a new arrival to the Brony music scene and is taking the acoustic genre by storm. And he joins us here, live, tonight.
That was awesome.
Ooh.
Hello, and welcome to the show, Luna Jax.
It made me blush.
Oh.
So how are you doing tonight, Luna Jax?
And how did you want us to say your name? Did you want us to say Luna Jax or just Josh?
No, don't call me Josh. Oh, you.
What
can call
about
me Josh.
Luna Yax? Or Luna Yax?
Luna Jax?
I'll just call you
Luna
Briggs.
Yeah.
Luna Jax.
Briggs.
I will let you guys mispronounce my name however you so desire.
All right.
All right, Luna.
Oh, this is
I'm
cool.
gonna call you Luna Jax.
Luna Jax.
It's like
Luna
Linux.
Jax.
Yeah.
Luna Jax de Portugal.
Great start.
So tonight on the show we have the Living Tombstone's little brother. This is Luna Jax.
D- for effort.
Tell us about your no, okay. Yeah, Luna Jax. First off, just tell us a little bit about your name. Where did you get Luna Jax? Because I have theories and I want to know if any of them are right.
Ooh, I want to know your theory first.
Oh God. All right.
Give
So
me one, not all of them, just your favorite theory.
okay. So my current running theory is that Luna you picked because you like the Princess of the Night, and then Jax I feel is a combination of like three different names. The J for Josh, X for whatever that name that has X in it is, and
Xavier.
A from Rainbow Dash or something. I don't know. I remember looking at your stuff, and there was a few ponies that you liked, and like what
Wait,
your
hold
email
on.
is listed on your YouTube.
Can we,
and
can we
has
just
I just
pause
thought
for
he
a
played
second?
Mortal Kombat and liked Jax.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Jax from Mortal Kombat.
Well,
Combat.
you were right about the first name. You're about as far from right for the last name as you can get. Oh, I picked my two favorite horses. My favorite pony is Luna, and my favorite real-life horse is Jax.
Ah.
Oh yeah, your horse is named Jax. I forgot about that.
Yep.
Hey.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
And-
that's where Luna Jax comes
Right.
from.
Cool.
And speaking of real horses, you actually do own horses, correct? Or a horse at least?
I own a horse. I train horses. I film horses. I'm a horse person.
Sweet.
Have you ever been to
Luna
my
Jax
state?
wins.
Have I ever been to your state? What's your state?
Kentucky.
Tucky.
I've been close.
It's just, horses.
I know.
It's not that
Kentucky
cool. Tim's
It
there.
isn't.
Maybe
Yeah.
next year. Maybe next
No,
year.
it isn't that amazing.
Oh come on, Kentucky has its. It has a
Yeah,
barbecue
Forrest has
festival.
been here.
Yes, standing
I've been there.
leaf, he's horse famous.
I may live there in the future.
Forrest, come live with me.
Of course, you should put up the pictures of his horse.
Yes.
Yeah,
yeah,
It would be
so
awesome if
that-
we had a picture of his horse to show.
Wouldn't it be awesome if we had a picture of his horse to show? So tell us a little bit about Jax.
So Jax is an American paint horse, which is a little ironic.
Yeah, that's kind of
Um,
fun.
So that's Jax, and we compete in a sport called reining, which is like Western ballet for horses, but like practical for working with cattle kind of deal.
Okay, so not like dressage.
It's Western dressage, basically.
Okay.
For those people who don't know what dressage is, it's high-level horsemanship.
What does that like require? Like, what are you doing during that? Okay.
I got this.
Sideways.
Dubstep.
Like,
Got it.
like riding, jumping.
There's no jumping.
Showing.
It's riding, and basically it shows that the horse is willing to yield every part of its body to you when you ask for different kinds of movement. And, you guys wanted to make a joke right there. I could hear it.
No.
Trying really hard.
Continue on.
Just
Continue
sipping
on.
this whiskey.
But okay, I'm gonna cut it off before it can get bad. Jack, some of my favorite things to do with Jax is we go on long trail rides. Like one summer we did a 70-mile ride in one day, and
Wow.
we do
Wow.
25-mile rides every week. So we like to ride far. We like to ride hard. We also love to ride in parades. Yeah, knock it off.
Snow, you're fired again.
6 isn't the only good Mormon boy in the call.
I'm not. No. He's saying he is.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah.
Just saying. So, but we like to ride in parades, and that's kind of where my OC comes from.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about your OC.
My OC comes from my horse when I ride him in parades.
Which for everybody listening, looks like this.
Look at the pretty picture. Where is it?
There's
There
the
it is.
picture. We
I
got
mean,
it.
that
So-
paint comes through
Yep,
really
yep,
well.
there it is.
So
Yeah.
for everybody that was wondering where American horse Luna Jax came from, it came from real
It's-
life.
Yep. So,
Real life
I-
American.
Is that a star-spangled silhouette of a horse on your horse?
What?
What?
I
No,
thought
his
that
horse-
too.
No, Parchy, his horse is painted just like
No,
that.
I know. I'm saying in the
I think he's
paint
referring to
there,
like the blue at the front, right?
Oh,
the blue,
Oh, okay.
the blue, yeah. On
Oh,
the
yeah.
full-
I see
it
what you're
looks
saying.
it looks like a leg there.
Yeah, it kind
Yeah,
of does.
It's actually just New Zealand.
Well, I thought. Okay, you can
I
correct
thought
me if
that
I'm
was.
wrong.
I thought that was Florida.
You can correct me if I'm wrong, but on the previous picture that we saw of Jax, he's white and brown, and it looks like all of his white parts. Yeah. So
Yeah, he painted
those
all
are
the white
blue,
parts
and then
blue.
the
Okay.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, you
Yep.
nailed it. It's just
Awesome.
because we use food coloring to paint him, and the blue. Well, I mean, you don't want brown stars,
Yeah.
so
Right.
you do the blue on the white parts and the red on the palomino parts.
Gotcha.
Are
Sweet.
the hooves painted silver?
Gold.
Ah,
Yeah, somebody
You
asked
got to
in the
do it
chat.
big,
Who was it?
man. Come big or go home.
Mike M asked if Jax has golden hooves.
Yep, Jax does have golden hooves.
Yeah. Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, the golden hooves are actually the only part that doesn't wash off with water in 5 minutes. That takes weeks to chip off.
Ooh.
How long have you had Jax?
I've been working with Jax for over 5 years.
Wow.
Wow. How old is he?
He's 10 years old,
Okay.
10.
which is a horse's prime. Horses live to be about 30,
Yeah.
so
It's really surprising because usually the bigger the animal, the shorter the lifespan.
I know, right?
But yeah, horses got it good.
They're built with good hearts and good lungs.
Yep.
Really good hearts.
Oh.
Oh.
Misty over there.
So oddly enough, I think this
Are
is
they
like the
hearts
most.
of strongest horses.
Oh my god, Tim.
Oh, make it stop.
That's my favorite song from the show.
Now it's in my head.
Wow. So that's like the longest we've talked about non-music stuff on this show, I think. But like that's the most educational non-music stuff we've ever talked about.
Yeah.
I
It's
know.
horse related. It works.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
horse related. It's a show about music and not specifically about horses, but you know,
Hey, it's
a show about small
entertaining,
horse
so
music.
whatever.
it is a show
Before
about
I
small
got-
Welcome to
Before I-
Elements of Equestrianism.
Yeah.
Before I got
alright.
into the fandom, I actually worked at a therapeutic horse riding center and worked with horses for like 3 years.
Was it called Hoofbeats to Healing?
No, but it should be. It was actually called Equikids.
Oh, okay.
It sounds like a
It sounds like a
Kids.
child shipping company.
No.
Equa Kids, getting rid of your kids every day.
It's like the children of the Aquabats.
Yes.
All right, so going back to music, well, I actually a little bit about yourself too. One of the interesting things I noticed on your YouTube page is that you said, "I don't believe in hiding behind a screen name, so my real name is Josh."
Yep.
All right, so Josh, tell us about how you got into making pony music.
Ah, now there's the rub.
Yep.
Okay, so I got back from an LDS mission in 2012 and stumbled upon ponies 4 or 5 months after I got back. And I've always written music. I've written music since I was, well, okay, I've always done music. I've written music since I was in high school. And I saw all these artists out there and like, well, oh no, are y'all there?
Yeah, we're here. Or not. Looks like we're having technical difficulties. So while we're having these technical difficulties, I'm just gonna drop down our Skype call, and I will start playing I Don't Complain, which is one of Luna Jax's most well-known songs.
I'm back on the air.
Oh,
now
and we're back.
There, we're back.
I was gonna go into I Don't Complain, but we can do that, or we can go back to the story.
Yeah, let's go
Yeah,
back
we're-
to the story.
All right,
We're
so
here.
we'll hold off on
Sorry
that
about
for a
that.
few more
I don't know what
minutes.
just happened.
That's fine.
Okay.
It became the Forest Rain show for like 2 minutes.
Forrest,
Oh, it is your
now's my
birthday.
chance.
All right, are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
Yes.
We're back. Okay, so I can
Say-
go back.
Yep.
Mhm.
So
You
I
were
was saying, I fell in love with the music community on here. Like, although I didn't actively participate with the other musicians, I loved seeing all the comments on the videos for people, mostly positive, and I loved that it was active. Lots of new music all the time, so I quickly filled up an iPod and then filled up another one, and so that's
That's kind of
That's
what
how I
drew you
fell in
into
love.
music initially.
right. And it was also hearing some of these acoustic musicians, like Everfree was one of them, Goonie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was one of them where I fell in love with his voice and his writing style. It felt very akin to mine in my mind, and so I, set out to do similar things.
Was there any
That's
other
awesome. Yeah.
any other artists that
That's good.
influenced you on the way in, aside from Goonie? Or
Not really a ton that influenced my writing style. My writing style hasn't changed much as I've gotten into Pony. But definitely some of my favorite artists are Slipstorm and Ponyphonic. I fall in love with good vocals, which is why I love being in here with Forrest. And,
Oh,
and
brownie
other
points.
people, but like Fritzy. Oh my gosh, Fritzy popped out of nowhere as I was trying to pop out of nowhere, and
and screwed
And-
everything up.
I know, right? It's like he stole what was mine. No, but I love Owl City and he does a good job of emulating Owl City and channeling similar vibes. So quickly fell in love with his music too.
Gotcha.
I
So,
think it's been like 2 weeks since we mentioned Owl City.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Oh, we haven't even made fun of it yet, did we?
I'm
Not yet.
trying
Not
not
yet.
to.
Yeah, I'm holding my tongue.
It's okay.
Yeah, same
What
here.
other bands like pre?
I thought you liked good vocals. Why?
Dang it, Tim! You went to the dark side.
12 seconds.
Lasted longer than you usually do. All right. Anyway, as I was saying, so like pre-pony stuff. What like aside from Owl City,
Okay,
jokes
so,
aside, like what did you listen to?
all of the oldies like John Denver, Beatles, Pink Floyd,
Yes.
just anybody
So
who
good
made
stuff and John Denver. Got it.
Anyway,
Oh.
I'll ignore that comment.
Welcome to elements of We Hate Your Music.
Yeah.
I grew up on John Denver
I hate
and
this
out on
music.
it quickly.
But
That's awesome.
Josh, of some of the people that you've mentioned, is there anybody specifically outside the fandom you think has most influenced you?
Yes, John Foreman by far, who is the lead singer of Switchfoot, and he's done a lot of solo stuff and a lot of work with other musicians, collaborating, and I love his writing style.
Fritzy
It's-
Beat is freaking out in the chat now.
Yeah.
He's freaking out.
That's awesome. Like, throw my train of thought. No, I love that the way he writes, he doesn't write about anything superficial. Everything has tons of meaning in it, but he doesn't hit you in the face with that meaning. He's very careful to put heavy things in a way that you can digest. And so I try to write like that.
And I believe that you
Yeah.
succeed quite well in doing
Especially
that.
with your Big Mac song recently, definitely.
And even the one that we listened to last week, the one that we featured on the live show, like a lot of these,
Yeah.
a lot of the things that really strike me about your songs is that they convey such powerful emotion and meaning with such simple music and lyrics.
Yeah, I was almost gonna ask, have you ever done like any kind of other writing other than just like writing lyrics for music?
In 10th grade once, there was a poetry assignment where we had to write 13 poems, and I procrastinated. Oh my gosh. Procrastinated it until the night before and wrote like 15 poems that night and got extra credit on it because the teacher liked them. So
Nice.
that's my other writing.
A little bit of sleep deprivation goes a long way.
Oh, it really does. I passed my junior English class. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think it's because you
Going
get
on
an
a tangent.
adrenaline rush from it,
Yeah.
basically.
No, I
Oh, I
had a
could
D,
go
and I
on.
passed the class with a B because of one night's work.
I could
Nice.
really go on a tangent about that.
So you've never written prose, though? Just poetry and music?
I have never written prose that wasn't an assignment for school.
Yeah, that's.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to remove you from my contacts.
One of the things
I've written letters to people.
I kind of wanted to bring things over to a little bit of a serious side too. One of the things that you had mentioned last week, as we were throwing compliments at you nonstop, was I had mentioned that that there's always something almost spiritual about the way that you sing things, and you had mentioned that music, in a sense, was a very spiritual thing for you. Can you elaborate on that?
Oh yes. Yeah. Music is. It's a way to reach deeper places in yourself than you can by other means. Kind of like horses. I feel the same about horses, but as I. Gosh, music hits me so deep. Like, if I want to bring on a certain emotion, I have certain songs that I can go to that I know will bring up that emotion and are tied to memories, and I can go to those deeper places, those sacred places where I can remember special things. And so as I write music, I try to make my music something that can bring people back to certain memories or make them feel a little bit of what I'm feeling and really try to feel a little bit of me. So when I sing and when I play my music, it's got me in it, which is what I think people hear. So
That's one of the things that I always try to do with music. Is
Music's
sort of
evocative, yeah.
Yeah.
incorporate the bigger emotions into stuff and bigger meaning. And sometimes it comes out hitting you at top of the head with it, and sometimes it comes out fairly well. But
Well-
like what with that's one of the things that for me is always really hard to write songs. It's one of the impediments for me for being able to write a song is because I can't write about parties and stuff and dancing and stuff like that because it just doesn't mean anything to me. I need to write about stuff that means something to me.
Yeah, we had a conversation about that before, kind of like how darker, I guess, almost emo music or just really emotional music, kind of like that
Sounds
more
a
than
lot
just
better.
Yeah,
sounds a lot
that was
better.
with Turk.
Stuff that's a lot more passionate.
Yeah.
And just, party, 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 yay, fun.
Well,
Yeah,
if you're
yeah.
passionate about your partying, like, Andrew WK, then your party music's going to sound good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and he makes his living that way. But like we mentioned this when we talked to Sliff all the way back in forever ago.
Episode 6 or
Back
something.
when he was a guest.
Yeah, back when he was a guest and we didn't know him.
And then we owned him.
Yeah, now we own him.
And he was fanboying over Forrest. It was so adorable.
Yeah, no, he said that music is the greatest form of communication because no matter what language you speak, you can always find an appreciation in music.
I just want to give a chance.
I think.
Sorry, Six.
What?
Just continue the thought, and then I want to give a chance for Jax to respond to that.
Okay. Yeah. So languages. That's what I was saying. What was I saying with that?
You're saying music is the
Gosh dang it, threw up my
best
track.
form of communication.
Best form of communication, yes, because no matter what
Universal
language you
language.
speak, you can always have an appreciation in music, and just what you were saying with it being spiritual and stuff like that comes across when you feel like you can hear music, but you more feel it. I feel like, in my opinion, and when you feel music, you feel what went into the music, meaning what the writer intended people to feel.
Jax?
Amen. Hallelujah.
Yeah. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Thanks, guys.
And I think you can really feel the emotion communicated very well. And our next song coming up, I Don't Complain by Luna Jax.
Ooh, gold star transition.
Yay.
Or not.
Uh,
Apparently, I downloaded the thing and it doesn't want to play.
Oh.
And it did play
Weird.
before. That's
Well,
so
Well,
strange.
jump over
now I
to
can
the
now I can
YouTube
certainly
video for it.
complain.
Yeah.
No, don't complain.
Let me just delete this and then re-add it in. Sorry about the black screen, folks. Give me 2 seconds. Elements of derpiculty.
Would not be a live
Yeah.
show without it.
No.
Yes.
I'm just gonna drop it
Think
back
we've
in.
had some pre-recorded stuff.
There we go.
That's such a great transition.
Yeah, sorry, Seda.
I wake up for the break of dawn. Find my collar, put it on. A little breakfast, and I'm out to start the daily chores. Pluck some apples, plow the fields. As the day goes on, emotions start to build. But I hold them in, I am strong for them. And I don't complain, I don't complain. I keep on working just to keep me sane. I don't complain, I don't complain. I hold my head up, pushing through the pain. Silence every day. Sometimes it hurts so bad, I fear what I might say. So I keep my answers simple. Others see me for my strength. empty heart about to break. And I won't let them see behind this mask I wear. 'Cause I don't complain, I don't complain. I keep on working just to keep me sane. And I don't complain, I don't complain. I'll hold my head up, pushing through the pain. You'll never see me crying, never see me fall. And when you think that I am smiling, I have fooled you all. I won't complain, I don't complain. I keep on working just to keep me sane. Oh, I don't complain, I don't complain. I'll hold my head up, pushing through the pain. Wake up for the break of dawn. Find my collar, put it on. A little breakfast and I'm out to start the daily chores.
So that was Luna Jax with I Don't Complain. And I just wanted to bring us back in after that because I remember when I was first shown that song, and I don't remember who it was. It might have been Araxis that actually linked me to it initially and said, hey, this is somebody that doesn't have a lot of subscribers that really should. And in the first 10 seconds of listening to that song, I was struck by the simplicity of the mix and the simplicity of the lyrics, but how powerful the emotion was. And it just really dives back at the the spirit that we were talking about before, the spiritual element of music production. And the very next thing I did after hearing it was immediately share it on EOH and say, we need to feature this the next time we do a live show. And then I sent it directly to Bash Script, who is a huge fan of Big Mac. And we brought him in for EOH here for 5 minutes to tell us about what you thought when you first heard that song.
Oh man, putting me on the spot.
Yeah, we're on the air, by the way.
I know. When I heard the song, it actually hit me really hard because I find myself, I relate a lot to Big Mac in the way that keeping things not really bottled up, but more, constant, if that makes any sense, where I will shoulder the burdens of lots of other people's problems and just kind of just march on through and like solve the problems, just kind of working in the background. And when I heard the song, I like busted into tears, and I was like, this is like the truest song ever. And
As someone who's known you for a while, I've always said that this song almost seems like your theme song.
I know. I loved it so much. I played it at my wedding. It was so great. It was good. It was good.
Oh. Jax, what do you say to that? Having your song played at a wedding?
Well, when Bash Script told me that, I was grinning ear to ear. Like,
are you still grinning?
I'm grinning right now hearing it. Yes.
Oh, Dice is gonna tweet that. Yes.
It's. I really feel honored at the response and kind of blown away by the response that I've gotten from this song, because I initially dismissed this song as just one more song. I liked the message and it felt good as I wrote it. I wrote and recorded this whole song beginning to end in 3 hours.
Wow.
We lost Snow.
It's fine. He'll come back.
It's
Holy stuff.
so I definitely felt like I could have spent more time on the mix, but after the response that I've gotten, I'm glad that I left it simple and didn't let mixing get in the way of the feeling that I was trying to get across.
It's
Yeah, for
almost
sure.
like this song is your Great to Be Different in a way. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but like it's just the best. It's the best example I can think of at the moment. Where it's a song. It's a song that
people latch on to.
Yeah, exactly.
and-
It's a very powerful song.
It's a song that's emotional and that people grab onto and that is meaningful in an individual way for everybody. And it's also, I think, your most viewed song on your YouTube. Like it has almost 5 times as many views as some of your other songs.
Which
I'm
means
actually
only
gonna
five.
have to correct you. I have a song with 7,500 views.
Oh.
It's way
Oh, that
different
is-
than any of my other stuff.
Propaganda.
That's it. Fallout Equestria song.
Ah. Well, there you go. It's Fallout Equestria. Everybody likes it. But this is one of the things I need to mention for anybody that's tuned in right now and anybody that is watching this on the YouTubes is really go subscribe to Luna Jax because you're missing out on stuff.
Seriously.
With I Don't Complain only having 5.5 thousand views, we need to triple that. So, yes, go subscribe.
I'm going to
that.
here's what we're going to do. We're going to
All
talk to you
36
right now.
of you go.
Yeah.
Well,
Exit
tuned
out
in right
Living
now, there's a few
Tombstone
thousand
and
that are
go
going
to
to tune
Luna
in.
Jax.
Also, you get other great things like 1 hour live performances, and isn't that correct?
It's true. I did a live stream
Last
performance
week.
for
That's
my
pretty
500
awesome.
subscriber deal.
Yeah, while I was at work. Thanks.
I know, but it's still there. You can still watch it.
Aren't we gonna make that our show tonight? Why are we talking?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Yeah, tell us a little bit about that 1 hour concert. Where was that filmed? Because that's all a live filmed thing.
Right. So I'm employed and I'm a student at Weber State University. And every Tuesday, the radio station does a segment called Sessions on the Ledge. And their person I got a call on Monday night at 11:30. It was a text, really. And their performer had fallen through for a 1 hour set. And what blew my mind the most from this is the performer that had fallen through was a didgeridoo player.
They had a 1 hour didgeridoo set.
I don't know how you do that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you just get Cyril to come on with a microphone. Just...
So, anyway,
That's crazy.
I thought, well, I need to do something for my 500 subscriber thing, and I'm the studio manager for our TV station. We just got a new piece of live casting equipment for remotes, and so this would be a good opportunity to try it out for personal uses and get the 500 subscriber thing done. And so we got it all set up for that next day, and literally 2 minutes before, we finally had all the pieces installed in this live casting machine to get it all done.
Jeez.
So that was the session on the ledge, my 1 hour performance.
Nice.
Cool.
So,
you,
while we're on the subject of live performances,
Very nice.
Yeah.
do you have you done many live performances? Other than that, I guess.
Let's see, with just me and my guitar, not a whole lot. There's a place I go to in my city where they have an open mic night, but it's kind of more like a musician's circle.
Yeah, open mic nights tend to be like that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a place that only opens for open mic night. They don't serve anything. It's just a music place.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
it's super cool. And so I go and play there every week and perform my songs and work with musicians there. It's thebomb.com.
That's awesome.
That actually does
Josh.
sound really cool. I wish
Hey
I had
Josh,
one of those. in my city.
what is this place called?
Bountiful open mic night.
I was
Check it out on
half
Twitter.
expecting you to say thebomb.com.
Yeah, I was
just said.
hoping. I was really hoping.
No,
Bash, get on it.
But yeah, exactly.
God.
I wonder if it's already available. Let's go see.
How many instruments do you play?
I play the piano and the guitar and the harmonica. And those are the ones that I play well. And then I also play trumpet, violin, marimba, and I play drums very poorly.
Marimba.
Yeah, marimba. Tell us
Hey.
about the marimba.
We have a marimba, and I have played around with it, and I can play with two batons. That's about it.
So wait, for people who don't know, like me, what is a marimba?
It's like a xylophone, but with wood.
Oh, gotcha. I
Oh,
thought those were
marimba
just
I think
always
that's the
like
exact
xylophones.
marimba image I used the last time we talked about marimba.
You know, I'm just taking pages out of your book, Parchy. I'm just trying to live up to your yes.
Greatness.
Yes.
No, but really, the only instrument I heard in all of that is the only one that matters: trumpet.
Trumpet.
Oh,
Trumpet is the only instrument that matters.
Tim,
Yep.
get out.
I was listening
No,
for tenor
seriously, get
laptop,
out.
but
Recording
Tenor
for nine
laptop.
bucks.
Her laptop.
Oh, I play the laptop very well.
yeah, actually, let's talk about your kit real quick. So, according to your YouTube, you use Logic Pro 10 on a MacBook Pro 15-inch laptop with an M Audio USB producer mic and an
Okay.
M Audio 25-key USB piano.
It's changed a little bit since then.
All right.
My last two songs were not on the M Audio mic, but everything else has been on the M Audio mic, and I still use the M Audio keyboard a lot. But I recently invested in some nicer recording equipment because I had some money come in from supportive fans, which is nice.
Nice.
And I got a nice Focusrite Scarlett interface.
Awesome.
Once again, back to the Focusrite.
I like
Yep.
Focusrite.
Focusrite's fantastic. We all endorse Focusrite here.
Then I got the AKG C14 large condenser mic.
That's also a fantastic mic.
I
I definitely endorse AKG.
Nice. Well, I got it because it's got a really flat sound. Like, it doesn't color my voice at all, so I can play with whatever I want it to sound like in post. And my most recent purchase was this weekend. I got a pair of Yamaha 5-inch monitor speakers that are
Nice.
very nice. And actually, I don't know when you were planning on mentioning it, but the song that I'm going to be premiering tonight was mixed on these speakers.
Oh, are they NS5s?
I'll look on the back of one really quick.
Oh, sorry, HS5s. Because I use a pair of HS7s, Yamaha HS7s.
Yep, they're HS5s.
Awesome. Yeah, they're pretty good. The reason why I got the 7s was just for a little bit more low end, since I don't have a separate subwoofer or anything.
Yeah.
But it's funny, like our kit is very similar. I use an AKG C2000B, so AKG mic,
Nice.
and I use a Focusrite preamp with it.
Nice.
So yeah,
So we're like the same person,
we're twinsies.
except
Like
I'm
Forged
American.
Jazz.
I'm future American.
Very good.
I shall
yeah.
be American in at most 2 years.
Sweet.
Yeah.
God,
Forced
so
to be
strong.
very-
Are you moving down here? She's not moving up there?
Yeah, I'm moving down there.
Striker says this is a no.
To my state, right? Gonna be roommates.
No, it's
Oh,
gonna be
twinsies.
Maryland initially, but anyway. Yeah, that's cool. It's
Why
funny. I
Maryland?
also use that's because that's where she lives.
Oh,
Geez,
are
Snow.
you sure?
Oh my God! Really, Snow? Really?
Hardcore right now. I'm gonna turn on my gain.
No, I've only been there 100 friggin' times.
You remember those last few times when Forrest couldn't be on the show because he was in Maryland?
I know. I just rounded out.
Maryland's all right.
Anyway.
And this was Forest Rage. By the
Hey, that sounds kind of like the whale in that first song.
When Forrest yells into the mic, it means that I win.
way.
Anyway.
Well, while Forrest is calming down, I think it's time to take us to the second song break for the night. And the second song is called Back to You with our guest Luna Jax. You are listening to Elements of Harmony here on Everfree Network.
This is the premiere
Oh, this is the premiere. I'm sorry.
With a video, baby?
with a video by
Video.
Parchi.
Yes.
How slowly those years pass. Now we're finally here at last. Oh, heaven knows I've missed you. I spent so many nights wondering how I'd make things right. Well, can you please forgive me? I never knew how bad it hurt to be alone. Took 1,000 years, but now I'm fine coming home. Oh, after all we've been through, fate has brought me back to you. We'll be stronger than we've ever been before. And though darkness may creep in, it won't take over again. 'Cause I'll be with you forevermore. It's true that I made it back to you. Oh, I was lost without you. So happy by your side, better unified. No other way I'd want to. I never knew how bad it hurt to be alone. It took 1,000 years, but now I'm fine coming home. Oh, oh. After all we've been through, fate has brought me back to you. Now we're stronger than we've ever been before. And though darkness may creep in, it won't take over again. 'Cause I'll be with you forevermore. I'm sorry that I hurt you. Sorry that I left you alone. But now I want you to be sure that as we open this new door, I will be there by your side forevermore. After all we've been through, fate has brought me back to you. Now we're stronger than we've ever been before. And though darkness may creep in, it won't take over again. 'Cause I'll be with you forevermore. After all we've been through, fate has brought me back to you. Now we're stronger than we've ever been before. And though darkness may creep in, it won't take over again. 'Cause I'll be with you forevermore.
And we're back. That was Luna Jax. I'm terrible at those.
It's all right. Do you want
Back to
It's
you.
called Back to You. Now back to you.
As I scroll into the
Oh,
chat
back
real
to
quick. So Luna Jax, what inspired you for that song?
Well, I had never talked to Goonie before, or for those who don't know, for Everfree Brony, and he released a video saying, "I'm going on a mission, guys," and I was like, "What? You're Mormon too?" And so I was like, "But I wanted to do a collaboration with you, and I wanted to get better first before I decided to talk to you."
That's actually the cutest thing I've ever heard.
So,
I have to say,
I wanted to Sorry.
So I messaged him on YouTube, which turned into messaging him on Skype, and we started a phone conversation, and he said, dude, I'm really swamped with collaborations right now trying to get done before I leave. And I said, well, tell you what, I'll do all the writing if you'll do some instrumentation for me. Even better, I'll write this song in an hour, and then I'll get back to you and play it for you, and you can tell me what you think.
Wow.
So I got off of Skype with him, wrote the song in 56 minutes, and and called him back, played it for him on my guitar. He said, that sounds great, and 2 or 3 weeks later, he got an instrumental back to me, which we were debating back and forth about some lyrics, and then he decided to leave, and well, no, he didn't decide to leave. He left.
It was just like, okay, yeah, I think now is a good time to do that
was on his
mission.
plane
That I
ticket came up and he had to go on the plane.
Yeah.
So I was left with the instrumental and some lyrics, and I spent some time tweaking the lyrics over the last little while, and actually finished the song today and sent it to Parchi to get the video done, and now you guys have it. And that's how the song happened. Oh, and the topic for the song came, I said, I can write about anything. And so he said, well, my favorite follower really loves Luna's return story, and I don't have one of those songs yet, so let's do that. And so that's why I wrote the song.
I love that it was from Luna's perspective. Like, you get a lot of stuff about Celestia's sadness. You don't get a whole lot of stuff about Luna at that point in the story.
Yep.
I really thought about that.
And I think
Yeah,
also
that's true.
talking about that's actually like the second song you've written in like no time at all. And I think way back when we had like, I don't know if it was when we had Silverhound on, or I know it was with Silva. We talked once about how it's so rare in the fandom now, or it's so rare in general to hear about music just being like written on the fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Silva was talking about the song with Rena Chan that they composed within they composed, mixed, and produced within 3 hours pre-concert at
Yeah, I was going to say, was it
Candlelight
at
Gardens.
Atacon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was at
Yeah.
Candlelight Gardens, yeah. But speaking about that, and seeing as how easily you can write about stuff, for Tech Talk, let's talk about writing, because we haven't done that in a while.
Okay.
Go.
Go.
Yes.
So,
Let's start, please.
Do you
So, here's a good question. How do you start out about writing a song? Like, is there certain parts that you like to start with?
I start with a feeling. I start with whatever I want to channel, and then I push the feeling through. So, and I wasn't always good at this, but I want to make a plug here for another website. I've done a project called FAWM for the last 5 years, FAWM. And FAWM stands for February Album Writing Month. And the goal during FAWM is to write and record 14 songs during the month of February. And a huge community online gets together and does it. And they share, they comment. One of the things I love about songwriting is the sense of community with others that do it, and FAWM definitely fulfills that for me. So, FAWM is really one of the biggest reasons that I can write so quickly, is because it forces you to break out of your mental blocks and say, I don't care if this sounds like it's sucking right now, we'll make it into something. And that makes all the difference when writing music. And so the more you do it, the faster it comes, and the better songs come out when they're fast.
Well, I think the other really big important lesson learning from stuff like that, I also know of NaNoWriMo, which is like that, except for writing a novel.
Yeah, it's
but
the same.
The most important thing whenever doing any kind of writing, like especially something like music or novels, you want to get used to just writing your first thing out completely without sitting there and editing over and over just one little part.
Yep.
Yeah, and getting started. Like, I used to refer to a blank page as the great white empty because it's so intimidating until you get that first word down.
Uh-huh.
It is, and then it's
Right.
still intimidating because then you've only got one word on that entire
So,
blank
Do you
page.
do you have any techniques then, so far as actually pushing yourself past the point of writer's block and actually starting to create things and writing lyrics?
Yeah, I was actually going to ask this too, except I was going to phrase it as, how do you get from going from that initial feeling to putting that down into words?
So I always have my guitar with me and I have my iPhone with me. And I will just sit there and I will start singing whatever words come into my head about the topic and strumming guitar chords. And I have my iPhone voice recorder on the entire time because as quickly as it comes, it can go just as quickly. So
I know.
yeah,
Terrible.
so I don't whenever I'm doing songwriting, I don't do anything without recording it so that I can go back and say, ooh, I really liked how the melody moved right here and I can't remember how to get back to it. And it's just as simple as scrolling through some audio.
Yeah, I've been there without the recordings. It's not fun.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, what was that? Oh, I had to hook.
I find that really helpful. That's kind of how Raise the Sun happened for me, because I had like this beat that was in my head that I recorded, and then I just kind of kept working off of that. But for me, I always find lyrics so hard compared to music. Music, I could come up with stuff all day, no problem. But, you know, when it comes to actually coming up with words to sing, that's the hard part for me.
Rhyme Zone is your friend.
Rhyme Zone is pretty fantastic. But it's not so much rhyming stuff that's the problem. It's more just finding stuff that's worth writing about.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like it's difficult for some people. Like, you can express the music and like think it in your head, but expressing out into words is kind of difficult for some people. Or people can write lyrics and can't really express the music like in their head or something. It's kind of like a back and forth kind of way.
Jax?
Well, I want to address Forrest's comment here for a minute about having trouble to find things to write about. One of the things that I find about most musicians is they're very passionate people. Like, they put a lot of themselves into what they do. And the trick is learning to channel passions into anything. Like, okay, I came up with a dumb example. I'm trying a different one. Like a math class. Like, if you hate math.
Oh, never use math classes for any example.
Yeah, I know.
I love math.
Yeah,
Man,
don't.
music and math. We've been talking about that since episode 1. So
Yeah. Music and math definitely do mix, but
anyway, like, when I'm writing songs for MLP, I will go to the show and think of moments that made me laugh or moments that made me feel anticipation. I just search for things that made me feel anything. And then I just take that feeling and I go with it. So as long as I can take a feeling from something, I can write about it.
Interesting. I got a question that has to do with the same kind of thing here, so far as writing. This kind of incorporates writing music, though. Demon Wolf asked, how does Jax get the melody for your lyrics?
That's a good question. I often ask myself that question. Like, a lot of it has to do with having my guitar near me. Like, I'll noodle around with chords. And I'll let my voice fly around. Like, for I Don't Complain, I didn't realize it afterward, but if you listen to the chorus of it where it goes, I don't complain, I don't complain, that's the same melody going up as it is going down. Uh-huh. And that's part of what makes it hooky, is because repetition is a hook.
It's like a call and response, but involving repetition.
Exactly. So it's a call and response using
The same melody. but
Exactly.
in reverse. Yeah. Math.
Whoa.
So a lot of it happens like that. Just you get. That's why I always have it on recording, because as I'm noodling around, I'll hit something and be like, "That sounds really good. I haven't done that before," or "I've done that a ton and it sounds really good." So
Just as a point, so in doing this, you compose mainly with your voice and guitar, right?
or a piano. It depends on what I have at my disposal at the time,
Okay.
or my phone.
One of the things that for me has always kind of worked more, like it's good to work on stuff that's your own instrument, but I always find I'm either more musically creative when I'm trying a new instrument or a different instrument or something that I haven't quite heard of, because there's the different things that come out of the uniqueness of that instrument that create musically interesting things. But so far as
Well,
coming
you're
up with
already experimenting, so you're going to experiment more.
yeah. So far as coming up with vocals, I find I always have to sing. Like, I cannot come up with a melody just by playing the piano. Like, I can't come up with a good pop vocal melody by playing the piano or playing the guitar.
When I'm playing the guitar or playing the piano, I'm never just playing the guitar or playing the piano. I'm always singing along with whatever lyric pops into my head as I'm doing it. It usually comes out as, I don't know, like something about this and that. I mean, those are literally the words that I use as I'm coming up with melodies.
Huh.
It's actually really smart.
I think I see. I think I hear where you came up with "I Don't Complain."
Yep.
Or Tim's "I Can't Explain." I can't explain.
I can't explain.
I can't explain.
Wow, we all just saying "can't explain" in a different melody.
That's wonderful.
Oh.
No, I wanted to go back to what Forrest said about like doing things on different instruments and stuff like that. I feel like that comes into play because if you're playing an instrument that you know really well, especially like for me, for guitar, I know a lot of songs on guitar. So I have a really tough time coming up with anything original because muscle memory makes me start playing other things.
Right.
Or it makes me want to start playing other things. And I'm like, well, I can't use that because that's in this song. But if you play an instrument that you oftentimes don't know how to play, like piano for me, I understand the basic theory behind it, but I can't piano worth crap. But I can make things that sound really cool. And from those things, then I can take it to the guitar and turn it into something.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I have a funny story about that. The short story is one song that I wrote that was one of my favorite songs. All it used was the guitar and a filing cabinet as my instruments.
Filing cabinet.
Yep, pulling the drawer in and out at different rhythms and then banging on the top and rustling folders inside.
These are the things we
Were
need to have
cool.
to show on the
So-
show.
Sounds like
Basically,
a
really
stomp type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a couple more questions from our viewers. Both Striker Vylon and Dark Moon submitted a very similar question, which is, what got you into making music in the first place?
Oh, I was singing before I could talk.
So
And
birth.
that's, yeah. Birth got me into music. No, I come from a musical family. Music runs in our blood. And no one else really writes music in my family. But my dad played the trumpet and he directs choirs and sings in choirs. And, you know, I don't know how many people know what it is, but I've had many family members in the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. So we're a family really of singers, and the rest of the musical spectrum kind of comes with that. But as far as writing music, what got me into that was I had an aunt who was a songwriter, not related by blood, married into the family, and she heard me sing and play guitar and other songs. She said, you should really write your own stuff. And so she challenged me to write 100 songs in 4 months.
Jeez.
And but not just for me to do it, but she would do it with me. And so I took that challenge,
Wow.
did that challenge, and the first, with 5 or 6 exceptions, the first 70 or 80 songs sucked. Like, they were pretty bad. But I was writing quick. But the last 20 or 30 songs, I mean, they were starting to get pretty good. As far as the songwriting quality, my production quality is a completely different story.
But I find your production quality quaint and cute.
Quaint and
Quaint and cute.
those are generally not considered compliments in an artistic community.
But it
Yeah.
is. It is. It's a compliment in the sense. It's funny because Jack showed me a song the other night, and I don't remember exactly what the conversation was like, but I remember saying something about I feel like this was a song that was an experiment in simplicity. And
Yes.
Jax responded by saying,
I said, well, it wasn't really an experiment in simplicity. I just don't know how to do anything but simplicity.
Oh.
but that's one of the things that makes Jax's songs so interesting, is that they are so simple.
Yeah.
Real quick,
They do what they
Quaint
do
and
good,
cute.
but
Cute
kind
and
of how I
quaint.
mentioned before when I was explaining something, I like to focus on the mixing, but I focus more on the feeling, and I try not to let the mixing get in the way.
So you're hooked on a feeling.
Yes.
more than a feeling. Anyway,
All right.
last
so
last
we're
question.
running out of time.
We are running out of time. Last question from the audience is from Steel Chords that asks, "How long have you been playing your assorted instruments?"
Okay. I picked the shoot, I got distracted by a comment in the feed. I should turn it off. Okay, so my first instrument was the piano. I took 8 years of piano, and I never practiced because I was good at playing by ear. And so I learned all the music theory, but I can't sight read worth anything. But that laid the foundation for the rest of my music. The next thing that I started playing was the trumpet in junior high school until I got braces. And then I stopped playing the trumpet for a while. But I pick it up every once and now and again. Harmonica I picked up when I worked at scout camp as the rifle range instructor.
nice.
Ooh.
Yep, good with a gun.
Nice.
Oh, quick question. Are you an Eagle Scout?
I am an Eagle Scout.
Oh, yeah. Eagle Scout honor.
Yep. Yep.
Life for
I
life.
did not stay in Scouts that long. We kept moving too much.
Neither have.
I was an
yeah.
Eagle Scout at 13.
Nice.
What?
Yep.
Wow.
But
Yeah.
that's kind of off topic. But we're good at that, though, I think.
We are.
Yeah, we
So
When there's a topic?
Other instruments?
we only
Or-
other instruments or move on.
Guitar. I picked that up at late junior high or early high school. That's just for fun. Decided to teach myself one day.
nice.
I picked up a guitar when I entered the fandom. Anyway, Tim has a question, then Zeta has a question, and then we're out of here.
Yeah. So we have a little bit of a tradition on Elements of Harmony here. If you were in a band, what would be more important to you? Having a bass player or a mini fridge?
A bass player or a mini fridge? Depends. Does the mini fridge come with a car adapter?
Yes.
Sure.
Six
Yeah, why
says
not?
yes.
Okay, if it comes with a car adapter, then the mini fridge is more important.
Yeah.
I like how all the answers and the sways to the mini fridge. It's like, wait, does the mini fridge have this feature or this crazy thing?
I know. We usually we add everything to this mini fridge.
Standing Leaf in the chat has a good point. Bass player or a filing cabinet?
Oh.
No, I've never actually worked with a bass player.
I don't see the difference between the two.
But he has worked with a filing cabinet. I think
Yep.
we
Yeah.
I think we win.
You know,
right,
we're-
Zeta,
the next
go ahead and
convention
ask
we
the-
all go to,
All
we're
right.
going to be murdered by a bassist.
No, I feel like
I sided
after
with
our
the bass
shows,
player.
there's like a meeting of all like bass players, and they're saying like, "All right, how are we gonna elements of harmony.
Assuming they all show
They've
up.
embarrassed us for the last time. I
Well,
mean,
I bribed
the
Cyril
mini
by
fridge
giving
is
him
one
my
thing, but a
bass, so
filing
there we go.
cabinet.
Assuming they could work with each other.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this
No.
up for us.
Yes.
I would ask my normal question, but I think if you just go back,
You have
and
to
listen
ask the
my
normal
answer first-
question.
Ask your normal
I,
question.
No,
you specifically have to ask the normal question because I
Oh.
specifically told Jax to prepare for it.
Okay.
Yeah, if you don't, then you're fired.
fine. Anyways,
He's sitting there with like a 10-page novella waiting for you to ask this question.
oh geez, I didn't know. Okay, fine. So Luna Jax, as I mean, you're fairly new into this whole scene and everything, but you've obviously, I think you've come a long way since you first started, and I think everybody can clearly see that. From your first song to your latest song, it's pretty good. What advice would you give to people who kind of want to maybe help get that little development along in their music as well?
Or would you say aspiring artists?
Yes.
All right, buckle up, everybody.
So we're going on for an extra hour tonight, guys.
Click!
Oh, okay. So, I'm an aspiring artist, and I still feel like, okay, here are the few things. One is I felt intimidated initially coming into the music scene because there were people who were established and people who made fantastic music. I mean, could sit up there with any platinum record put out. And I'm here with a little $30 USB mic and my laptop and a 1/4-inch to 1/8-inch jack so I could DI my guitar into my mic port on my laptop. So what I've discovered is that everyone is, with the exception of a few arrogant people, everyone's the same. Like, everyone has the same insecurities, and they're at different points in their musical development, but everyone's friendly and everyone's willing to give advice. And I feel like my greatest fulfillment from writing the music, aside from, the feeling that I get from writing itself, is the sense of community. If you get in and you start talking to people, everyone is so welcoming and willing to give you advice and review your mix. It's fantastic. You should add me. I want to be that person I've discovered that some people look up to me, which blows me away as far as music writing, because I still feel like I'm kind of bottom of the totem pole. But I look at it differently now. So it's a fantastic music scene, and no matter where you are in your development, the more you keep writing, the more you talk with people, the more you're going to improve, and the more fun you're going to have.
Mm-hmm.
The end.
I think that was very well said. Thank you, Luna Jax.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, when you said you were prepared, I was like, oh, then.
I kind of prepared, but not really.
Yeah, what I was also gonna say was just like, yeah, I mean, throughout this whole interview so far, you've said a lot of like really helpful things. Just the way you do things are just like, wow, you know what, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
And that's why I was originally gonna change my question to just like, so, what does music mean to you in your life? Because all of your stuff is so full of emotion. What does it all mean to you to just be able to produce your music?
Well, it really depends on the song. Sometimes I write music because I'm going through the hard time, or sometimes I write music because I haven't written it in a while and I push through it and it sucks. Like, not the music itself, but the fact that I haven't written music in a while and I'm trying to get back in the groove, that sucks. So the reasons for why music is important to me is different. I think the biggest reason that music is important to me was lots of different points have been talked about as I've been on the show today. But Six put it well when he said music communicates to everybody. Music, the reason I put feeling into it is because anyone can feel that feeling. Anyone can know, and I don't complain, they can know that someone else out there is going through something hard and they work through it and they're still there. They're still okay, even though they might not be okay inside. Or like in Pick Me, everyone has had that one person that they've wanted to notice them or like them. And it's hard when they don't, but there's hope in that song. I think what's most important to me is that I can give people hope in situations, and it brings myself hope. I need my own reassurances, and being able to go back and listen to one of my songs when I'm going through a hard time, and being able to go through and listen to all these other amazing artists' songs. It makes life worth living.
I think we all can identify with what you're saying there, and it really is probably the most fantastic way we could end this episode. So at this point, I just want to say thank you so much for coming on and being an amazing guest and such an inspirational guest for everybody here.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Forrest. Oh,
thanks, Forrest Senpai.
Sorry, Forrest, but Luna Jax is now my favorite position.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so this has been the first Elements of Harmony episode where I've cried during the interview, and we're going to end it there. So,
You need a hug?
So check out everfree.net/programs for stuff that's coming up, because we're all too lazy to read it. And until next time, this is
Parchment Scroll,
Snowblitz,
Starlight Ironhoof,
Six String,
Hash Script,
Zeta,
and
Luna
Forest
Jax.
Rain. Goodbye for now. And we'll leave you with, I'm going to go to a black screen real quick here. We'll leave you with Propaganda, which is Luna Jax's song based off of the Fallout Equestrian universe.
Push it back into the ground from whence it came, no more be found. Hide it deep and hide it low, don't get confused, don't wanna know. All this nonsense in the air, it makes me sick, it leaves me bare. You can have your fantasy, but you won't lay this one on me. Yeah. I know the end isn't nearing, I can see it in your eyes. And though your words seem sincere enough, I can filter through your lies. Poison words loose from your lips as sly as snakes, your